Hello friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get this super fun, super surprisingly easy peppermint inspired holiday look. I have just really needed Christmas this year. I've been super in the Christmas spirit for over a month now with my Christmas decorations. So I'm just giving you guys all of the holiday content. So here's another Christmas look, but I'm super excited because today we have our very first official sponsor. So today's video is sponsored by Glam Cosmetics. I've used their products many times before. I absolutely love them. I'm going to be showing you one of my favorite products from them that's likely one of my favorite products I have stumbled upon recently, and that is their Linerlash. So I'm going to show you guys that product a little bit later. But Glam Girl has graciously offered my subscribers a 30% discount on their website using my code Alyssa. So make sure to check the description box below. It's going to have all of the details for the discount, where you can find the product, as well as details about the products that I'm going to be using a little later. So thank you so much to Glam Girl for sponsoring this video. One other thing that you guys might notice is that we are in so much better resolution, right? So I got a new camera. I've made a considerable investment in my YouTube career now, so I'm definitely not going anywhere. So I hope you guys are enjoying the fabulous resolution that is upgraded from my iPhone. So with all of that being said, let's get into this tutorial. So let's get started. This look is surprisingly easy. Doesn't really use a whole lot of product. I've only got 3 eyeshadows on. Yes, I only have 3 eyeshadows on. So let's get to it. I am going to start with my eye primer. And I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer. Where's my mirror? Here we go. And the way I like to apply this, I'm just going to pop it all over on the top and bottom lid and blend it out with my beauty blender. And I want to make sure that I have a nice, even, relatively thin base to work on top of. Okay, eye primer is all on. Now we're gonna move on to the next thing that I did was I put a pencil in my waterline and just kind of smudged it along the bottom. Since I have a lot of like powder, concealer, all of that kind of stuff under my eye with that eye primer on top, sometimes it still kind of mixes a little bit with the primer, or sorry, with the powders and everything, and the primer doesn't have as much stick. So I'm gonna give another layer of stick to it, basically. And I'm gonna take this Marc Jacobs highliner pencil. I love these Marc Jacobs pencils. For shadows today, I am only using 1 palette plus 1 pigment. So the palette I'm going to use is the Mitchell palette, Me, Myself, and Mitchell palette from Beauty Bay. I love this palette, and I love it particularly for one shade that you'll notice, and it's the shade I'm going to use today. The pink shade here is very clearly probably my favorite pink eyeshadow ever made. I don't know what it is. This is just my favorite color of pink. It's called Milkshake, and it's just this perfect chalky bubblegum pink that I love. I'm using a big brush. This one here is from Violet Voss, and we're just gonna start packing this guy absolutely everywhere. If you get any little creases on your lid from the primer, just go in and kind of tap those out. Not a big deal. They'll blend out pretty easily. You just don't want anything super creased that you're starting to press powders on top of. So we're just packing. I'm gonna keep packing this a little past my crease. And once I start packing the color past my crease, I'm not gonna pick up any more product, and I'm just gonna start pulling and just kind of softening this color. Literally the easiest way to apply one color all over your eye. Big ass brush, couple dabs all over the lid, and then just pull the remaining color outward. And we're just gonna continue this onto the bottom, and I'm also gonna overlap this on top of that liner I have in my waterline, because I don't want to see a difference from where that liner is to where this pink shadow begins. All right, so let's move on to the stripes. I'm going to just kind of mock them up and rough draft them a little bit with some red eyeshadow first, and then we're gonna move on to some cake liner after that that's gonna further perfect and make those lines a lot more crisp. So to start, we're gonna start with this color right here, this real vibrant, like kind of neon-y red. And I'm just gonna start starting to plot where those lines are gonna be. And hopefully I can get this somewhat even. I put some really, really big chunky lashes on top of this just in case it didn't come out the way that I wanted, because chunky lashes always make everything look better and kind of hide mistakes. So, but it did come out good, so. But we're gonna go in and start plotting these out with a little angled brush. This one that I'm using is from ABH. And we're just using some rough little lines. Does not have to be perfect at this point because we're gonna go in with a liner later. Are plotted out for my little peppermint stripes, so let's go in and further define those and fill them in. I'm gonna use this Suva Beauty very well loved cake liner in the shade Cherry Bomb. So being that this is a cake liner, you're going to add a little bit of some kind of a liquid to it. Suva recommends just using water. I mean, I recommend using water. It definitely works really well, but I like using specifically this Spellbinder makeup setting mist. This stuff makes your makeup bulletproof, and so I feel like when I use this with a cake liner, it helps it last just a little bit better. So I'm just going to spray a little bit of this. I know Suva also recommends that you don't spray directly into your product, but hey, we're already here. So I'm just gonna mix this around, and that's gonna start to create our liner. And what I'm gonna do is I have a couple other brushes kind of like next to me to blend out my application. So since this isn't like a super stark liner and there's an open edge that kind of softens, oh my God, do we have to be so loud outside? Since there's an open edge that softens, I don't want to like close this off. So I have a flat brush here that I'm going to use to just kind of like lightly taper off the edges of that eyeliner as I'm applying it. So I should mention as well, I forgot to say that with this flat brush, I'm getting it the tiniest bit damp with that same setting spray that I used. Since this is a cake liner, if you need to use a liquid to apply it, but you also use a liquid to remove it. So by having a little bit more of that setting spray on my brush, it'll rehydrate that liner and make it so it buffs out a little bit easier, so you can kind of apply it like an eyeshadow when you do that. Okay, hard part is over. So now I'm going to go in with a red eyeshadow, same red eyeshadow that I used to plot out my stripes earlier. And I'm just gonna further blend out the edges of this, and I'm using a little pencil brush to do that. Okay, we are almost done with this look. Let's finish off with the inner corner. I'm gonna use a pigment from Sugarpill. This one's called Ghosted, and it's got a really pretty, just kind of like pink reflect to it. So I'm gonna apply that to the inner corner, and I'm gonna use the same Spellbinder setting spray on a Melt Cosmetics little pencil brush. And I'm just checking to see how damp this is because I don't want it to be like super, super wet. Just a little tiny bit of moisture, and we'll take this right on that inner corner there. Alright, so our eyeshadows and everything are done. So let's finish off with some lashes. I'm going to apply some mascara right now. I've just curled my lashes and I'm applying the Melt Cosmetics Supernatural Lash. I'm just going to throw this on, and then we are going to go right into false lashes, and I'm going to introduce you guys to what has become my absolute favorite eyelash glue in just a second. Alright guys, so time for some liner and time to talk about what has become my absolute favorite eyelash glue, which is the Glam Girl Cosmetics, our amazing sponsor today, their Linerlash. So this is described as a 3-in-1 eyeliner, lash glue, and lash serum, which I think is really cool. It's kind of one of the first that I've heard of a lash glue that is actually nourishing and cares for your eyelashes. Being somebody who wears eyelashes every single time I put makeup on, it's nice to know that the eyelash glue that I'm using is helping to take care of my eyelashes so that I'm not just completely destroying them. But that's not necessarily the reason why I love it the most. That's just an awesome added perk. But what I love is that it does come in black and clear. I really like the black one because, again, it's supposed to be like a 3-in-1 product. So this does a really, really nice eyeliner, just like a felt tip pen would. So it looks exactly like a felt tip eyeliner pen. You apply it on the eye and then you can immediately put your lashes on. So I want to show you guys how quickly I put this liner on and then immediately throw my lash on top of that. So you can see there's no struggle with like slipping and sliding and things like, and that is one of the most challenging parts of putting on eyelashes, is the amount of glue and making sure that it's the right amount of tackiness so it doesn't slip and slide everywhere. So I'm going to show you guys how I use it. Couple other things to mention about it as well, just so that you guys should be aware, is that it is entirely vegan and cruelty free, so we love that. It's also paraben free, it's waterproof, and it has a 48-hour wear. I probably would never wear my eyelashes for 48 hours, but just in case I did, I know that Linerlash has got me. So I'm gonna apply this and then immediately, like, I'm gonna get my eyelash ready. Oh gosh, I'm gonna get my eyelash ready so I can try and apply this lash right on top of the liner as super, super quickly as I possibly can. All right, so I have my eyelash on deck to apply as quickly as possible. I have my Linerlash and I chose the dark tone today. I'm gonna do just a really, really simple line across my lash line and then quickly apply that eyelash on top. Boom. Stuck. Not going anywhere. I really can't say enough how impressed I am with this. I hate having to struggle around with annoying glue that doesn't stick, that slides around, especially dark tone. I like using dark tone because it helps just kind of like darken the lash line a little bit. And dark tone is the riskiest version of eyelash glue to use, just because if you make a mess, it's like impossible to go back. But this one is, you saw how easy that was to apply. In terms of a liquid liner, it applies just like a liquid liner would. It is super sticky and super easy to apply, and I know that that is like on there. It is comfortable, it's not going anywhere. So let's finish off this look. I'm gonna throw a couple little lashes on the bottom as well. These are a couple little like chunky pieces that I just have lying around, and I'm gonna stick these on with the Linerlash as well. I'm gonna show you guys how I do that. I like to just like, I'll just draw on in the area that I'm gonna stick it, and then I just pop that liner, which honestly makes applying bottom lashes even easier. Full disclosure, I know so many of you have asked me to do a video about lashes. I will do an entire video just about how to customize your lashes, how to do your bottom lashes. We'll do a whole video 100% dedicated to that. I'm just going to apply these guys really quickly right now. I'll show you how I do it. But in terms of like going super in depth about bottom lashes specifically, if you guys have questions, feel free to ask, but I will definitely make a full video for that, promise. Look is done. I'm gonna finish off with a couple little finishing touches. I'm gonna take a little bit more of that hot pink shadow milkshake that we used, and I'm just gonna take a little bit more on my cheeks. I feel like this is the kind of look that I can go a little harder in the blush, and this kind of color is like my favorite to use for a blush too. It works really well on my skin tone. So we'll apply a little bit more of that to the cheek and just kind of across the top of the nose as well. Give us a cute little rosy look. Okay, another little detail I wanted to add. I wanted to add little like twinkly kind of stars, I guess. So I'm gonna use a white cake liner. This one is from Norvina collection from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's got 3 different colors. I'm using the white one, and I'm gonna use my same setting spray and just a little brush. I'm gonna start creating a paste with that, and then we'll add cute little kind of like twinkly starbursts. I don't really know what to call them, but I think it'll make sense to you guys once you see what I'm doing. Okay, let's do them. Where do we want to put them? Let's do like here. One there. Okay. So I'm just kind of mapping them out to begin with. Do I want them asymmetrical? No. Okay, so that's what I'm going to start with. And then from there, I will, this is bothering me right here. I need to blend this a little bit more. But with the little twinkly stars, now that I have them plotted out, I'm going to go in and extend them. Starting out by just making them crosses, and then we're gonna go back in just a second and kind of like further make those extend out a little bit. I really don't know how to describe what I'm doing. But we're doing it. So I'm taking a plain Smith Cosmetics, I shouldn't say plain, a makeup free, clean Smith Cosmetics 202 little liner brush, putting a little bit of that setting spray on it. And we're gonna use this to just kind of push that product out and make pretty little starbursts. Boom. This makes it easier so you can get that kind of like pretty tapered effect to the little starburst. And then I'm gonna leave these guys as dots. So I got a little bit carried away finishing those little stars on the other side, and I decided that it needed rhinestones. So I added a couple little rhinestones and found that I found another amazing use for the Linerlash from Glam Girl. I used the clear, and then I just added like little dots where I wanted it and stuck the rhinestones right on, and it was super, super easy. So I'm definitely going to be using that for rhinestone application in the future because that made it so easy. So let's finish off this look with a lip. I'm going to do, I really debated what I should do. Obviously the eyes are a lot, but they're not super smoky. So you could go for a darker lip. You could even do a red lip with this. I love an obnoxious over-the-top red and pink combo. So I really think a red lip with this would actually look really pretty. A pink lip with this would look really pretty. But I'm gonna be super boring and I'm gonna do a nude lip instead. So I've got a couple different products that I'm gonna put together for that. I'm gonna use the lip liner from Colourpop in the shade BFF. I'm gonna use a liquid lipstick from Hank and Henry Beauty. This one is called Love You So Much. It's the Rich Luxe collaboration. And then this product that I might put on top, we'll see how much I'm loving it, but I'm really curious to try this one, so I'll probably try it. It's a luster lipstick from MAC. It's from their newest collection for holiday. Looks like this, and it is kind of like a frosty pink. And I figured that that might look good kind of pressed on top. So we will find out. And let us get started first with lining the lips. Guys, we are all done. I tried to use that MAC lipstick, didn't really work out on top of the liquid lipstick, so I did a gloss instead, and I'm very happy I did because this is like my favorite kind of nude lip all day long. I used a lip gloss from Anastasia, one of their like more recent little mini gloss sets. This one's called Clouds. Super pretty like pink sparkly gloss. But yeah, this is going to conclude our super fun peppermint inspired look. I would love to see you guys recreate this in a different color scheme. Make sure to tag me if you do. Please do not forget to subscribe if you are loving the regular content that I'm giving you guys, right? I've been pretty regular. So definitely make sure to subscribe if you guys are interested in seeing the things that I have cooking up coming soon. Thank you again so much to my sponsor, Glam Girl Cosmetics. If you are interested in trying any of their products, definitely check the description box below so you can pick up some of my favorite products that I used today. So that's gonna do it for me today, you guys. Continue to let me know what you guys want to see in the future. Definitely comment below if you guys have any questions or anything. We can chat about all things makeup because it's my favorite thing to do. So I will see you guys next time. Bye!